guess for your asses. Yapping in a trap like a rescue cat, and the rescued up like they're waiting on the Batman. You tuned into the dude who threw booze back, blacked out, woke up drawn, covered in bruises. It's Sagdaddy the pod, an odd fellow, the great white chubby, I'm becoming a marshmallow. It's Sagdaddy the pod, so sit back and relax, cause like a broken arm, I got a cast now. It's Sagdaddy the pod, you made a good choice, so enjoy, don't be annoyed, now here's my dumb voice.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Sagdaddy the pod. It is I, Brendan, the sluggish man, Sagalow. What's up? Representing 516 in his house. I hope you like my new glasses. These are very like the kid from, 'cause I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. Wheatus. Look, we got a great episode. Everybody's asking, are me and Feeney still cool? Yes. Okay. I love the guy, and he's on the show. So, deal with it. It's a great conversation. A lot of laughs. A lot of things admitted that I didn't think I'd admit. I love you guys very much, and I will be cutting on the road soon. I don't got dates that are close enough to even start promoting, but look out for them because they're coming in. Perfect. All right, let's do the show.
Oh, man.
I've gotten the clap.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm keeping this in a fucking bag so that it doesn't get that much. There'll be cat hair and shit on it now, but I'm going to hit it with one of those things, and then I'm putting it right back in the bag.
What bag?
It's a plastic bag.
Dude,
It came in one of those.
a Ziploc sealed
It's a
bag.
Ziploc seal bag with the little beef jerky
So
thing inside.
you wear that all day like you did last night? You had it
I
all
didn't wear
night
it all
last
day.
night.
I wore it. I
saw
wore it last night, yeah.
And
Well, that's
so
what I was
you're
supposed
there, you sweat, you come back home, you don't want to
You
get
think
stained.
I'm sweating?
Are you not sweating?
Have you seen my cadence on stage?
I've
There is
seen-
no sweat
You're
going.
slippery now.
What?
But you're sweating and then you take it
Just
off.
because it's so hot in here from all these questions.
You take
Listen,
it off.
man, am I under arrest or what?
You put it in a Ziploc bag so that all of the sweat and dirt. Yes, exactly what I was picturing. But what I'm saying is, so you lock in all the funk of you sweating into
Lock
it.
in all the funk. Lock in all the funk. No, this isn't dirty though. It's fine. Sweaters can do that, dude. It's not too bad. Although I started doing that because this is like my fourth sweatshirt from this company.
Yeah, I thought you were like sponsored by them. You
I
wear them
wish.
every clip. It's like you do this a lot on the stage. You like highlight it.
I go. I'm like and before I get to that punchline, I'd like to make one.
I hope you're all comfortable.
Comfort. Yeah, well, I wore it in the Don't Tell, so hopefully they'll send me some. But anyway, yes, I keep getting grease stains. I didn't realize how fucking...
Grease? What kind of grease? Axle or burger?
What do you think? What do you think?
I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I'm not working under a fucking car. I'm like, it's a hard day.
Yeah.
No, I get a lot of grease stains on it. So like that brown one that I'm wearing has a perfect grease stain right here. And I was like,
I picture you doing the thing where you take one bite and the whole patty slips out. Onto your,
I know, and then I dry it and because that's not what you're supposed to get it and clean it yourself.
Yeah.
But
Salt actually takes out grease. Put a little salt on
is
it.
the reason it's greasy. Salt is how I got here. Anyway, yeah. So I've been trying to keep this one clean as fuck, but we'll see. I don't think it's gonna last.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Hey, it's new now, and that's good.
Sure, and they're not that expensive.
Why was that a bad? Sure.
I don't know. I almost don't believe you.
Oh, okay.
You got good teeth. Anybody ever tell you that?
Everybody does, but I
Wow.
suffered for these though.
What do you mean?
Don't do that again
You
to
have
that
a-
camera, please.
You have like a
Brendan just looked at you for the first time.
you have a shark-esque
In
kind of like
years of
thing that your
friendship.
mouth can do where the teeth detach from your mouth and go forward a little bit and you can see all your gums and everything.
Oh, I can get real gummy if I wanted to.
Well, how did you fight for those teeth?
I struggled. When I was a kid, my teeth were going crazy. I had like extra teeth. I was like a shark. They were just yanking teeth out. I had rows of extra teeth, and they took them all out.
I just called you a shark.
What? Who did?
I did.
When?
Before, like 5 seconds ago, I went, "You're like a shark with the teeth that comes out like that."
So it was very
and then you just went,
shark-esque.
I was like a shark.
Yeah. It's great minds.
Yeah. Anyway,
And
I
yours,
feel like you are a shark in a way, not by like business standpoint or anything like that, but if you were to become like a animal, like if you were one of those like animal, remember those books where they turn
Hologram?
into the animals?
Yeah.
You would become a
What are
shark.
those called?
Animorph.
Anamorphs.
Animorphs, because
Great.
you have the teeth and the gums, and your hair
But
does
those-
like
but
a
that's also-
dorsal.
Dorsal. Yeah, but sharks have very sharp teeth, so that's
Yeah.
you don't want people that look like Jaws from 007.
No, that would suck.
But I had like when I was a kid, I had retainers and then I had braces after that and stuff. So it was.
Oh my
it was-
God.
Yeah, it was years of hell.
You had retainers and then braces?
They were. So here's the thing. I remember this so specifically. I think I was in like 4th grade or something, and they were like, he's got to either have braces or retainers.
Yeah.
And I was like, not braces, because that's like I heard
braces
just how much it hurts. And there's like
You're
so much stuff, and I
You're
was
a
like,
social piranha.
pariah.
Pariah.
The social shark. And
It's a big fish themed show today.
yeah. Blub, blub, blub. And so I would, but retainers like you could take out, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like there was more, and there's only that one wire. I didn't have like headgear retainer,
Oh my God.
But so I was like, let's do the retainer. So they go, great. I had the retainers for like 4 years or something. And then once I got the retainers out, they're like, great, now you need braces. And I was like, oh, you son of a bitch, you sandbagged me.
What?
They sandbagged me.
Yeah.
I was like, so then I had to get braces. And
Motherfuckers.
I got my-
I don't trust dentists, by the way. I think they're always
these are
trying to fucking
orthodontists,
scam.
but still.
Yeah, anybody that works in teeth,
Yeah.
I think they're trying to fucking scam you.
I don't disagree with that. But I got my braces. I think I had my braces on in like right before freshman year, and I got them off right before senior pictures in high school, which is so funny because all of my school pictures are me like this, and then senior year I'm like, ha.
I started doing a thing in all my school photos where I would just pretend to be high. So all my I was like this in all my photos.
How'd your parents like that?
They hated it. Every time I brought home a school picture, they were upset.
Sure.
Even my graduation photo, my mom didn't buy it. Stupid idiot. She didn't buy when you get the diploma and then they take a picture of you? She didn't buy it because in the photo I'm going like that, which I think is a very cool photo. If I'm like graduating high school and
It's
have
cool now because you're a comedian.
Yeah.
If you were a lawyer now, that would be, you wouldn't be like
it'd be
proud of
two
that.
different kind of guys. Yeah. Well, who knows? If I was a lawyer, I probably wouldn't have maybe the personality that I have. I wanted to be a lawyer for like a second.
Why?
I like art. I guess I thought I could do it. I was like, yeah, you just learn some shit. Like you just learn the rule book, and then you can.
Would you like to be a prosecutor or a defendant? You want to be the guy who puts people in jail or saves people from going to jail?
I never even thought that. When I wanted to be a
Well,
lawyer,
we're thinking about it now.
I thought all lawyers were just the same. I thought it was lawyer.
I mean, it is, but they're two.
No, I know now.
Yeah.
I know that there are two different kinds, and there are millions of different types. There's insurance law. There's criminal law.
Mhm.
There's law and order.
Yeah.
There's
martial law.
There's martial law.
Yeah.
There's Marshall Mathers.
Yep.
Which brings me to my next discussion. And I'm happy you brought that up.
But do you think you would be good? Because I feel like you'd be better at because of the prone to anger stuff. I feel like the prosecuting would be good because although you would get flustered easily, you know what
I'd
I mean?
have long hair and I'd be like, Your Honor,
Yeah.
we cannot, the justice system cannot, I can't even think
He's
of
fucking guilty, obviously.
Yeah,
you
this
know?
guy is a guilty monster.
Yeah. It's so clear that he did it.
Yes, it is clear as bright as day that this man is guilty of the crimes that he committed. Then I go,
Yeah. And you sit down next to me and you go, I think we got this.
I made jury number 3 cry.
You start pouring water. You're like,
Yeah, I go.
I just go, I'm fucked. I'm absolutely
My
fucked.
eyes are red from blood vessels
Yeah.
popping. You didn't? Have you ever served jury duty? Jury duty? The rural juror.
I had to do jury duty once, and then I got out of it because it was a story of like a bicyclist and a person on a bicycle in New York City got hit by a car in New York City, and
And that happened to you.
bicyclist was driving by a car, and I immediately, they're like, does anyone have any bias? And I go, I hate all bicycle drivers.
Yeah.
And they were like, you can go ahead and get out of here.
Whenever you get, it's so easy to get out of jury duty because all they need to know is that you don't want to be there. That's it. But every single time I get out of jury duty, I'm like weaving a web of lies and deceit to these people that they ask me questions about, and I just make shit up all the time. It's like what happened at customs when did I tell you this? We talked about it on the show though, right? Real quick, I went through customs to get to Vancouver, and the guy was like, so what are you doing here? And I was like, I'm meeting friends. Because you can't say that you'll work because they'll tax the work, right? So I go, I'm meeting friends. And he goes, okay, what friends? And I went, camp friends. And he went, camp friends, huh? So you went to Camp in America and your camp friends were Canadian? And I go, they're counselors. They were all counselors, and I'm meeting them. And he goes, okay, what do you do? And I go, I'm a writer. And he goes, what kind of writing? I go, comedy writing. Like, so I was just like, I told him I was published in the New York Times. Like, I don't know why I told him all that
The
stuff.
most Googleable thing too.
Yeah, so every
For
time
comedy
I'm like,
in the New York Times.
I just get them to, all you have to do is say, I don't want to be here. But I'm always like the jury, I literally got picked for jury duty. I'm sitting in the juror's box and the lawyers are coming up to us. All the it was 3 different lawyers. Someone was defending this guy who was trying to get workers' comp because there was an accident. There was the people that are against that. And then there was the lawyer for the area, like the building, because he was suing. So it was a whole fucking thing. And I just went, and they're like, is there any reason that you can't? I was also being funny, which was great. I was like cracking the whole fucking place up. I think I said something about fucking my mom or some shit. I don't even really remember.
Good for a courtroom.
Killed. And I go, it killed in a courtroom.
Did it?
Dude. Yeah.
Were you laughing louder than them?
Well, what are you reading the comments on my YouTube? Shit?
Oh.
No. Everybody's always making, they're
like, why are you giving them oxygen? Don't give the flame
please,
oxygen.
I have a running furnace for that.
Yeah.
all the time, and I don't care. I'll say it.
It sounds like you care.
Stop hurting me.
Stop hurting me.
Don't you dare hurt me no longer. And I just said to him, I was like, so you're telling me, I'm like, so this guy wants workers' comp, and you're telling me that if he loses, there's a chance he's not going to get a dime? The guy was like, yeah, that's how this whole thing works. And I was like, I don't know, it doesn't feel right to me. And he was like, all right, you're out. And I'm like, yay.
I do
Which all I have to do is say, I don't want to be here.
I want to
And
be
you fucked your mom.
Yeah, I fucked my mom, y'all. Peace.
I would like to be on jury duty. It would have to be for like a cool, like a murder thing. But then also it's like, I don't have that time. Like
I know.
I didn't have
You
that
think you
time.
do.
I didn't have that time in my 20s. I certainly don't have that time now with a child. Like where if like I got to be sequestered and I can't even use
Well, just
social
send 'em to
media.
college.
And you have to stay away. You have to be like in a hotel for 3 weeks with only
you
the
get
other
sequestered,
jurors
yeah.
and you're just you can't like talk to anybody outside of it. It's crazy.
Ugh, brutal.
But
Wait,
it would be cool.
Sorry, didn't you bring your kid to jury duty once with
I
you?
brought
Or was
him.
that something
I
else?
did get called for jury duty even more recently. Yeah, I brought Leo. He was like 6 months old, and I showed up. I like tried to get the stroller up the stairs of the courthouse because there wasn't even like a handicap ramp, and they saw me coming up the stairs with him, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Yeah, they sent me a jury duty notice right after Leo was born, and I just was like, he was born, and then they go, okay, we'll come back to you, but we'll get you next time."
Yeah.
And then I was
Do
like,
you think he's going to be any less born?
well, exactly. Well, it was also like Erica had work now, so now I was just with him. It was my day with him, so I go, "You wanted this, and I bring him up there with me, and I don't even get in the building. They came and met me outside. They're like, stop. What do you? What?
Yeah,
they go,
yeah. Like, sir, is that baby alive? Like,
They were
is
like,
that a real baby?
They were
in
like,
there?
you were gonna bring a baby to jury duty. I go, what did you want me to do? They basically were
I'd be
like,
like, is that a toy?
they said if I don't go to jury duty, they're gonna like arrest me. There's gonna be like a warrant out for my arrest because I've like pushed it off too many times.
Yeah.
So I was like, here he is, and so now they're like, you're good for at least 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Oh, I love that.
forgot
I love
all
when you
about
get.
that.
I love
Thank
when you
for
get
reminding
that.
me of my own life.
I love when you get that. I missed jury duty, and then I was freaking out, and I called them, and I was like, hey, I fucking missed my call because it was when you have to wait for them to call you in, so you have to keep calling every day. And by day 4, I was like, I kind of forgot about it. Because you have to do it in a certain amount of time, too. So I was like, I just forgot about it. And I was like, I forgot jury duty and I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And the fucking guy behind the phone was like, he's like, yeah, whatever. Like, he was so mean to me. And I was so being scared and sensitive that I had to call my mom after and be like, the guy was like fucking mean. I hate this world.
And how did it end? Did you have to go in again? Like, did you? Wow.
No, they don't care.
Wow.
I did get called for a really big jury. What's that called when you're like the trial? What's it called? A
grand jury?
A grand jury. I got called in for a grand jury once, which was exciting.
That would be. Can you imagine him on like a landmark case, like just a giant?
What kind of snacks you have?
Yeah.
They're
like juror number 7. I can't help but notice the burger grease all over your hoodie.
I go, yeah. Thank you for noticing and saying what correct grease it is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for not thinking it was axle grease.
Thank you for seeing me. Yeah, I don't know. And they actually kicked me off of that because I there was a part of me that I was like,
no,
this is well. I'll tell you what. They get that no. Get that.
He keeps talking
about
crushing with the jurors.
Yeah. I tried my best.
Each time less believable than the last. I got kicked out because I was just murdering too hard.
So many
murder
could follow
case,
me.
Yeah, it was very sensitive.
Nobody could follow that. Yeah. I felt bad for the person next to me. He was like a regular fucking guy.
Yeah. The judge actually follows me on Instagram now.
Yeah.
Thumbs up a lot of comments. So
he's like, "Who makes your clips?"
Yeah.
I'm Judge. I'm a judge.
My first name is Judge. I'm Judge.
Judge.
Meet my best friend, Judge Jury, and Judge Executioner.
Hey, I'm just kidding. I do stand up. The judge is saying that.
The guy from Canada comes out of nowhere. I thought you were a writer.
I do improv. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. The walls of the courthouse fall down. It was all a sham. It's just, What?
He goes.
Yeah. The judge deflates. You're like, that was a balloon?
You go, oh, what the hell? They all deflate. Yeah, it's so funny. Chris Hansen comes out. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of Chris Hansen lately.
Oh, just to get tips on how not to get caught?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, there is no not getting caught. Not getting caught, not going. Don't do it, fellas. I know you want to. Don't do it. They're awful. It's awful.
Yeah,
you know
the
what's
ones
funny?
that get naked right away are nuts.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I watched that one recently.
The
He
ones-
gets naked right
Yeah,
away.
in the kitchen, like
That's
immediately.
fucking
when she's like,
hilarious.
I'm just making cookies or whatever. It's like she's like,
that is so hilarious to get the guys to do that. I was talking to Cannon about it because he was here once. We're flipping through YouTube, and I was like, "Oh, you want to watch some fucking To Catch a Predator?" And he's like, "Nah, man, I'm like weird about that shit now that I got kids." And I'm like, "Come on."
yeah, weird.
We had a buddy, not a buddy. We know somebody who's in jail now for having a bunch of. He actually fucking set up my computer, and he
And mine too.
and mine too. So we may have dozens and dozens of self-made pornographic child porn.
You may. I
I don't even want to say this. You know what?
I would like that on record.
I'm seeing the $sign.
Yeah.
Let's get off this topic, but I will say this. How are you?
I'm great, man. It's a good time, you know?
This is what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay. We'll do it anyway.
Fuck your
I
feelings.
was laughing.
You were talking
because
about pedophilia and child
we
molestation?
can't, right? They'll flag it. It's flagged.
Oh, I
Josh
can
flag?
bleep it if you feel like it's really necessary to say.
It's not necessary.
Otherwise, if you want to remain on the topic of pedophilia,
I don't.
perhaps transition to scandals in high school or something.
Yeah.
Something
Any scandals
safer.
in high school?
Scandals.
With
What'd you do
teachers.
for the senior prank? Did you do anything?
Senior prank? Well, our thing was like, I've told this before, but it was like a food fight they would do every year.
Oh God.
What?
Food.
Like, what a waste. I'm so hungry. Everyone's throwing food. You're like, yes, hung.
Like, I'm so out of breath. I hated food fight day.
Yeah.
I was running all over the
So much
place. It was like I
chewing.
was doing suicides.
Yeah.
So much chewing.
You certainly were doing your version of
I
suicide.
go, I hate when there's clothes in my food.
Like a nail in one from someone throwing.
So throwing a nail.
What happened to chicken patties? I thought that was going to be a big part of our lives.
Chicken patties?
Remember chicken patty? It was like there was like a
No,
meal.
I got the same thing from high school every day, and it was their fucking version of a cheeseburger. One time
God, you are just the same exact person.
I know. Well, my family used to do this thing that I think really affected me in a bad way, where every time we'd go to a restaurant, my family would go, "Let me guess, cheeseburger."
Wouldn't that cause you to do the
box me
opposite?
in!
But wouldn't that cause you to do the opposite? Where you're like, I'll show you cheeseburger deluxe.
No, because then
Not even. He had it's his favorite food he eats
I
every
get a
day.
deluxe.
No toppings.
no toppings.
Cheese.
No, but deluxe
patty,
just comes with fries.
Sure, but cheese patty bun. That's it.
Yeah,
He's-
never a vegetation in sight. No lettuce. No.
I always have lettuce on it.
You like lettuce? What about
Yeah.
onions?
Hate onions.
You hate pickles. You hate tomatoes.
Ugh, yeah, yuck. I like grapes.
Sick, man.
Anyway, what the fuck was I talking about before that?
You were talking about pedophilia a lot.
No.
And
Seen a prank.
you were limiting the performance of this
No,
episode.
Chicken
it was
patties?
after this. Yeah,
Chicken
chicken
patties.
Oh yeah, no. I used to get a cheeseburger and fries and 3 cookies every day at
Oh
lunch.
my God.
Throughout-
Were you 400 pounds?
No,
You used to be very skinny, I remember.
no,
Like
I
those-
was always kind of like a chubby little boy. But
I don't know. Those high school, even when I first met you, when you started doing
on my
comedy.
head, I was chubby.
No,
Yeah,
you,
I mean,
you
I-
have a big head, but not a chubby head. You have like a
Nice.
big skull. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What size hat do you wear?
7 and
7 and I wear a 7. So
yeah, the
Your
top of your
head's
head,
bigger.
the top of your head. You have a bowling.
top of my
you have
head.
you have a bowling pin. Don't
the hop
yell
of my
because the
head.
defensive is starting
The
to
hop of my
rise. here.
head.
The hop of my head and the soft of my bed.
Oh.
You have like a bowling pin head where it's like it's big down at the bottom, but then it gets narrow up top.
Is that true?
I was watching your chin just slowly go up.
Well,
Yeah,
I love myself.
It's not an insult. It's
there's
just the
nothing you
shape
can
of
do.
your. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm
There's nothing you can do or
describing-
say.
unless you're in the comments. Stop hurting him.
For real.
Tell me, sound off in the comments if he's got a bowling pin head.
that part.
Madison just taught him that phrase.
What?
That part.
That part?
That part. By
There's a
Mark
video,
Wahlberg.
Yeah, there's a video of Mark Wahlberg like dripped out saying that part, and it's
That
just
part.
insane.
Wearing like a leopard print jumpsuit.
Yeah. It means like bet.
No, yeah, I figured it out from context.
Anyway, so one time I would get that all the time every day for 4 years. And then one time the
Many. By the way, forget the cheeseburger and there's so many cookies to have a day.
Mm.
You were
Oh,
having
yeah.
15 cookies a week just in school, not even outside of like
they were
other
really
snacks.
good.
How big were they? Were they like the cookies?
No. They were maybe
Like Chips Ahoy size?
a little bit bigger than Chips Ahoy.
Okay.
Chocolate chip.
A Mrs. Fields size?
A little bit
Split the
smaller than a
difference.
Subway cookie.
Okay.
So
Sizable though in nature. Like a
No,
Starbucks cookie.
No, you'd want 3. 3 made sense. Anyway, whatever. If you're a fucking fat girl like me. So I would get that every day. And one time the lunch lady went, she was like, you just got to stop having this. She was like, you're eating too much of this. And I really I just, I didn't listen to her at all.
Mm.
Obviously.
So
I might get Subway tonight.
your problem with authority stems back to them because it's like anytime someone tells
Starts with
you
my
not to
mom.
do something, you do it out of spite. Like, did a part of you when she said that go like, I probably shouldn't have this
No.
anymore? You just went,
No,
you snapped
was-
immediately to indignation of being
No,
like,
I was snowflake, liberal snowflake about
what
it.
is it? What do you mean? When you're like, don't judge my body, or you like,
Yeah.
now I'm gonna.
I was like,
or did
how
you?
could she say that? She's the bad person in this because I'm sensitive about my body and my looks.
Right? Were you like, I'm gonna eat more cheeseburger, 2 cheeseburgers, 6 cookies
There
every
must
day
have been
now.
a little bit part of me, but no, I just went. I'm just gonna keep going. Fuck her. Fuck this. She's
Right.
old.
And she seemed like she really cared about you.
No. She just had to fucking say something.
Was she saying it mean, or did she like pull you aside
she
and was
was
like very
She didn't
honest
pull me
and
aside.
sincere?
We were at the register,
Yeah.
and she was like, you got to stop eating this stuff.
She said, I'm worried about you.
No, she was just very like to the point.
Concerned.
Yeah, she was just like, you got to stop eating this
But
stuff.
she
You're
wasn't
gonna
like pulling. She wasn't like squeezing your sides, being like, "Hey, Chubbs, you got to start, mixing in a salad." She
No.
was just concerned about you.
Get,
But yeah. I
don't blame her for anything,
right.
for any of this. I just thought that'd be a funny little anecdote.
It was, I'm fascinated at the
So
response.
you had a senior fast food
Nope.
thing. Yes, you did. Not fast food, a food fight.
Yes.
What did you throw? I hate that.
Why?
What happened at the end? Did you guys go home?
Well, it was a tradition every year. It would happen. And
So did you wear like a bathing suit?
but
to
we
it or
had
something?
no. Did
Why-
not
You're
wear
gonna wear your
a
clothes
bathing suit.
to a food fight that you know is happening.
Well, I went to in high school. I went to private school, so you're wearing suits and ties.
Whoa, with little fucking Umbrella Academy things right there.
No, just,
Suits and ties.
just like a
same color.
blazer.
Everybody wore the same color.
upperclassmen, junior and senior wore blue blazers, and freshman and sophomore wore red blazers.
Wouldn't what now? Well, the fucking
Figure
what
it
are they,
out.
the fucking
Get there, you got it.
Come
Come on,
What are those NBC interns? The
Pages?
The pages. Yeah.
yeah.
What are they? Fucking pages.
The upperclassmen would look similar to one, I guess. Yeah, for sure.
Did you
That's
have flair?
weird, bro?
Or I feel like we've talked about this.
They
Or
were
you maybe
very.
had an
what was your
eyebrow
little-
piercing?
They were very anti-flare. My
What
little
was your
rebellion.
little rebellion?
My little
Yeah.
rebellion was wearing a clear my eyebrow pierced, but I got like a clear piercing so I could wear it under.
Oh, so you look
and I
like
would
a
tuck
member
my-
of the Kinks.
I would tuck my eyebrow hair over it, but then my principal saw it from like 40 feet away. He was like, "What's it?"
Michael.
And he was a new principal my senior year, so he wanted to put a stop to the tradition of the food fight. And so he was like,
Yeah, I bet. I mean, cleaning that up every year.
but
must have been a
they
fucking
lined
nightmare.
the cafeteria with like teachers and securities and principal, and was like, and they said on the loudspeaker before the thing, they were like, anybody that participates in the food fight is not going to walk at graduation. And so we were like,
Fuck that.
everybody,
No more, Mr. Nice
yeah,
Guy.
yeah.
No more, Mr. Clean.
Well, again, and I have told the story before, but essentially it was like very tense. I remember to this day like how tense it was. Like everyone's just like looking around waiting for that
Right.
first
And you've
person.
told this story before, and we all know.
Yes. Well, Nicole
Everyone's
knows.
seen
Nicole,
this story Feeney's
Nicole
told
produced this
before.
podcast and edited this clip that did very well.
Oh,
on
what a,
social
Weirdly
media.
what a
enough.
hassle.
That's how I remembered you had an eyebrow piercing.
Yeah. But at some point, some kid just was like, "Fuck!" And it was spaghetti and meatball day. And
That's the
And
worst.
he took it. It was like food fight and launched it. And I could
That
still see
kid's
it.
awesome,
I still see
dude.
it like catapult arcing, like Lord of the Rings style. Like I saw it arc over the whole cafeteria.
Dude, this is what I'm picturing. Just like a very like sorrow or like what am I trying to say? Like a very quiet cafeteria of people being like, "Fuck, I wish we could have a food fight."
No, it was-
And some
it was-
kid just goes, "You know what, man? I didn't want to walk graduation anyway."
Yeah. I mean, it was like that, but it was also tense. It was more tense. People weren't sad.
They
People
were
were like,
intense.
yeah. It was a circus school, circus academy.
Circus.
Yeah. My principal was a bear on a fucking tricycle, on a unicycle.
No more food fights.
Yeah, like just keep throwing him bowling pins. He won't be able to stop you.
Vice Principal Clown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Can only talk with
Yeah.
the honking.
Yeah. The vice principal was a mime, but he was stuck. He was
Yeah,
like,
it's like the only reason you're having this food fight is because Vice Principal Mime is stuck in a box.
Yeah.
Can't find it. He doesn't remember where he put the hole.
Yeah.
Doesn't remember where he put the doorknob.
He's like losing oxygen.
Yeah, he's like,
So they threw the spaghetti. Yeah, I remember clearly it landed on like the freshman side in like the middle of one of those long tables. Splat, like just did like shrapnel damage to everybody in the surrounding area. And he threw out
that's such a funny imagery.
No, I see it. So, and then he threw out the classic like food fight, and then everybody we reached for food, and then it's as if it all at once it like hit us the not walking at graduation thing, and we just went nah, and then he got taken out by like the principal and security, and he literally was like, "God guys, wait, no. And then that was the last time I ever saw that kid. I don't know what happened to him, but he's
That's
gone.
so funny,
He's
dude.
gone. And when we posted that clip, so many people were like, "Oh, you guys, if you all did it, they would be able to make nobody walk." And you're like, "Yeah, sure. If we did the I'm Spartacus thing, like, of
Right.
course." But
Right.
you think about like, like your parents yelling at you. Like, you're like, does that mean I have to go to summer school? Like, there's just
Right.
like all these weird. You're like, you're so close to. It's the last.
My whole thing would be the I don't want food on me. I don't like the feeling of food on me.
Yeah,
I hate that.
you like it in you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I can keep it under control.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it doesn't
yeah.
smell too bad.
Well,
unless
control
I
is debatable, but I feel like it's.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, but that kid was a hero. I mean, it's like it's the funniest thing to like have.
I mean, when
last
you're
memory
older,
of a
your
person.
body is you're gonna look like the fucking bad guy from Monsters Inc. 1. That's gonna be your body. You know that.
Oh,
right?
he's still skinny.
skinny, but he's got the
Skinny,
he's
little
got like
paunch?
a snake, a little paunch.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take that. That sounds fine. It's a good way to age.
All right, we'll see.
I'm gonna age like
I wanna,
What's Jason Bateman has a good body type for his age.
yeah, but he's also
He's
from
nuts.
what I heard,
He's like nuts with his like diet. And
yeah, his diet
regimen.
regimen.
Yeah. Well, my dad's metabolism had changed already. Like at like before, like I thought I was gonna hit it. Like his changed to like 32 or something.
Wow.
So I thought it was already coming, but hasn't thus far. Now I'm fighting it off.
So you didn't have any senior prank or anything like that? It was just the food fight?
I feel like we did something in the like. No, it wasn't like
Did
a
you do,
prank against
juniors
another
versus
school.
seniors kind of thing?
Not that I remember anything like that. I remember the last year it was like they did something. We did something in the parking lot in the senior year. It might have just been.
Something in the way.
It might have just been like I don't know if it was like a water balloon fight or something. It was like something like pretty mild.
Water balloon fight?
I don't remember. It was
One
something.
time at Camp Tioga, we were
sleepaway camp or just
sleep-
day camp.
the very same, the one from the customs. I even said to the guy, I went, "It's Camp Tioga. Heard of it?" He was like, "No." So at Camp Tioga with Garrett, poor Garrett, he's doing fine, I think. We all bullied him.
But you the most.
I actually reached across the aisle once with Garrett, and Garrett was a weird kid, man. Like you couldn't help him. You couldn't help him. We tried. You got to be like, Garrett, you got to stop blowing your fucking nose on leaves. You know, you got to stop. Like we tried to help him. I remember feeling bad.
That's a
and being
good
like
nature. That's nature's napkin. If you
Sure.
think about it.
But we're at camp. There are napkins. We're not in we're not in Dune, you know, in little caves.
Why would there's
Idiot.
not leaves there though?
Huh?
There's no leaves in caves.
Let's go to a cave right now. I bet there would be leaves in
I'll
there.
spelunk with the best of them.
Yeah. We're wearing those fucking helmets with the lights. We go,
Yeah.
you see any leaves?
yeah.
Got one over
Leaves,
here.
leaves.
One of the what's that called? The remember, you know when it like when rain
Stalagdite.
a stalactite just
Stalactite?
through Madison's head.
Why
me?
I don't know. I thought that'd be the funniest thing to say.
Catching a stray with stalactite.
It's always funny to struggle the first part of the sentence to hope to get to murder.
Yeah. Damn, I wish I could remember stuff better. Anyway.
Try smoking weed.
Buddy. Oh, I get it. It is the weed. Unfortunately. Well, what are you gonna do? But yeah, we tried to help Garrett. I mean, at a
And the
certain
one
point,
thing you could do, but
I reached across the aisle and I got a bunch of markers. Did I say this on the show already?
scented markers. Remember
I got
scented markers?
Ugh. Where they had the little fucking
What was your
fruits
favorite?
on
What
them.
was your
The
favorite?
apple.
Apple.
The red apple one.
I always felt
or
like that
cherry.
smelled a little sweet. Cherry ain't bad. I thought grape smelled real good.
Yeah, grape always smells good. But I tried to give Garrett my markers so he can,
Mark it up.
Mark it up, have some fun,
Yeah.
whatever. And then a couple days go by, and I go, Garrett, I need my markers back, and he's like, no, I'm not done with them. He was like one of those
Mm.
where it's like you're not just getting picked on because you're, weird or whatever. You're getting picked on because you're a cunt. I guess it sounds bad either way, but we were kids.
there are kids that like make it difficult to like
Yeah.
that are also like a little snotty.
Right.
You know?
Then I picked. I mean, he was like Dobby or something. You know what he would reminded me of? He reminded me of Gollum.
Mhm.
I'd pick up the marker. I picked up the markers. I started walking back towards my bunk, and he was like, "Give them back!" and ran over, and he was like,
I'm picturing
scratching me.
I'm picturing
and I'm going like, Garrett, like Garrett, get off.
I'm picturing Kyle's cousin from South Park.
He's got a Kyle's cousin from South Park.
I'm big.
Yeah. He's got that exact vibe. Anyway, so we were doing a water balloon fight with the bunk 7, which is the oldest bunk, a bunk in which we threw a naked Garrett in and held the doors.
How did you get him naked?
We stripped him of his clothes.
Was he standing or he was like laying down?
I mean, at a certain point, he got on the ground.
So how old were you?
25.
No.
I was
12.
No,
13?
we were in 8th grade, 7th or 8th grade.
It's like 13.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in like 7th or 8th grade, I guess.
So
maybe
you
7th.
So you took all his clothes off.
It was very easy.
And
But remember, Brendan said he had it coming. Like, he was just annoying, so it was like...
Sure.
He didn't have it coming.
So there was.
It- like, no one
had
could
it
help
coming.
him.
Did he have?
Imagine.
Did he have tidy whities or did he
had it coming song from Chicago, but it's about us picking on Garrett.
Yeah.
He had it coming. He had it coming. There was a kid named Garrett. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? You ever
Yeah.
seen Chicago?
I've seen Chicago actually last year, but I don't know the. I'm not familiar with the lyrics or anything or the
Well,
melody.
they have a whole number.
I trust you.
A
I
whole
just
number.
Can't come with you on this
yeah,
one.
there you go.
Waving from the train station.
Anyway, I
On a
didn't really
safe
do
trip.
any of this stuff. I just kind of witnessed it, and I
I think
that's
you were
even
probably a
worse.
pretty big part of it,
No,
but
I
but
never touched Garrett in that way. Like, I wouldn't rip his clothes
Did you help
off.
grab an arm or an ankle?
I may have helped grab him, but
And
I,
hold
I
him
never,
down, and
I
did
never
you,
would
like-
strip him. I always thought that was weird. And then they threw him in.
Now the worst part is, I feel like it's not only. I mean, having all of your clothes ripped off is like one of the most. It's like it's close to rape as you can get.
It is rape.
But now it's also
raped
amplify that amplify
We're getting back to the child pedophilia
Oh,
thing
yeah,
at
yeah.
some
amplify
point.
that. But they're also children, so it's like. But amplify that by
13.
everyone laughing at him while
Oh,
attacking
buddy, it
And
was
him.
one
locking
of
him
the
in in a
funniest-
room.
And like
it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
And were you,
because
like-
he was. Look, he was at this time. He was. I think he's actually like he put muscle on. He's got a beard. Like he's probably got us all on a list somewhere, and he's just stocking up. But he was a very skinny kid. He had a Vulture from Spider-Man vibe. Like if they made like the Spider Teen years or whatever, you know what I mean? He would look just like Vulture. You could see his spine. He had horrible scoliosis kind of thing. Like his posture was horrible.
So life
and-
all across the board was a nightmare for Garrett.
Although those summers were,
Yeah.
but he kept coming back.
And well, that was probably his parents' choice, right? But but he rips
Maybe.
it. You rip off all his clothes. You start
I
laughing
didn't.
at his dick size. Are you making
We
fun
are
of his
laughing
dick?
at his dick
Are you
size.
being like your dick is
His
tiny?
dick was small, bro.
but
he was
also
a kid.
scared and also in a fight or flight mode of being like, your dick's not at the best, shown in the
No.
best light when people are borderline raping you and laughing
You are
at
getting
you.
raped.
Yeah. And being
laughing.
laughed at.
Yeah.
And like pointing and laughing and being like,
There
look how
probably
tiny.
was some pointing and laughing.
And then you carried him naked, and then you threw him. You threw him in the older kids' dorm.
we should have a show where you're a priest and I'm confessing something to
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
We
This
should
is
do a
my
web
confession.
series. Yeah,
Yeah.
we should do a web series where you're a
Give me
priest
a white
and I'm
collar.
confessing. Yeah.
This.
That's what you're going to go to jail for. Not paying his taxes, folks. Feeney does not pay his taxes. Come after him. So we raped Garrett. And
I can see
Just
that
kidding.
yellow dollar
Just
sign
kidding.
now.
is there anything we could do about that?
I also accidentally, I brought up Garrett. Like, you were going to say something else about Camp Tioga, I think,
Yeah.
and I didn't realize it was
You
going
did
to turn
this.
into, like,
But
this
it was-
But you
confession.
threw
was
it into
very
the.
funny.
You threw. What happened when
we
you threw him
into the
Yes.
older boy's bunk, which
And did they laugh and hit him and do stuff?
they were like laughing and being like, "Get the fuck out of here, Garrett!" And we were holding the doors. I wasn't. They were.
You were.
I wasn't. I was watching. That's why I say we, because I'm taking accountability, but not for holding the doors or taking his clothes off or anything.
But
like that.
holding him down and touching his arm or leg, you said you admitted to that earlier.
Grabbing
on
him. Did I?
camera. Yeah. You said you were. But and
Can
then
I call for a recess?
Yeah.
So
This
then,
is confession, my
But it
son.
was very funny that because he was like cupping his tiny
Of
dick
course.
and balls, and,
Yeah, yeah.
and running like when Bart runs out of the bath.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like,
It's
like,
blurred.
running
yeah,
around.
the background's blurred.
So that was awful, and that wasn't even the
Did you ever
tip of
like?
the iceberg of shit that they did. Then.
Really? There's worse.
Oh, there's worse.
Did you ever? Like, then there was, of course, sodomy summer, as it was known, and
the murder of Garrett.
Yeah. Did you ever talk to him later in life and apologize or be like, "Sorry, man"?
You know what? I never apologized because I'm a coward. But
Maybe this is your apology. Maybe you could do one now, and we could clip it.
Sure.
And we could tag him in it.
we're not going to tag him.
Maybe he'll collab.
But
Yeah.
he's watching everything I do. He's waiting for his moment to strike.
Yeah.
Garrett, I'm
There's
sorry.
a red dot on your forehead.
You know, we were both wrong.
Interesting start.
Immediately victim blaming.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Garrett, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry I don't even know if you know about this, but I was so upset about the markers thing that I peed on your pillow.
No, you
And then I turned the pillow upside down and he slept on it for a couple of nights until he realized it smells like this.
you are. This is one of
That's
those.
something I did.
This is one of those things
Allegedly.
when no.
Said this online before. Absolutely, for sure.
This is one of those things where like
I feel terrible.
people used to always say here's a scenario that Mike and I were these bad guys and that you were like this innocent little cherub, and you're like, that's like some level of like bully that I don't think Cannon or I ever.
Yeah. You're right. You guys are bad guys.
Less bad guys is the.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think
Well, you don't
I
wanna
think
think
we're
so,
all
but-
bad guys.
Yeah. If
for
anything,
our own reasons.
Yes, that's fair.
And I'm less bad than you
worse,
guys.
much
I'm like
much worse.
the Charlie to your Mac and
No,
Dennis.
you're like Mac's dad is what you're like.
He's cool.
Yeah, I guess.
So anyway, water balloons. We were having a water balloon. We were having a water balloon.
in Philly, I guess.
We were having a water balloon fight over there, and we were throwing the water balloons. And then this is a great example of how much of a little cunt I was. The older guys were like, if one more water balloon is thrown, we're throwing you in a shower, right? So I go, oh, are they? And I go, make a big water balloon. I stood far enough where they couldn't see who threw it, but I threw one, and then I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Went right on their porch, splat, you know. And then I ran away, and I went to the skate park, and this fucking rat, this guy, his name was
no
or
need.
something like that.
Yeah, full name, huh?
oh yeah, we shouldn't do that. Fuck.
Snitches get stitches.
Right. We could, you know what? We could get sued. I don't even know if that's his real name, but we should cut that out. But his name was something. This fucking little rat. He
Fake name.
goes, it might not be his name.
Give him a fake one.
His name was Gerbily Gork
You can't even think of a
Listerine.
regular name because of the pressure.
His name was
Kyle.
Mike Feeney.
Yeah.
He
Carrot.
his name was Garrett. No, he goes, Brendan, they're done looking for you. Such an obvious not right statement. So I was like, oh, cool. I went into because the bathroom had a back door. So
So you just had this scene of
community
Goodfellas
background.
where you walk in, you went, oh no!
It was the exact thing. I walked into the back door of the bathroom where all the showers were, and they were all standing there. And I was like, it was that exact thing. And I was like, fuck. And they grabbed me, and I'm like, fuck you guys. And they grabbed me and they threw me in the shower, and they turned on the shower, and they started hitting me with shampoo and stuff. And it was like getting in my eyes.
How much? Describe how much clothes you had on.
I had shorts, t-shirt, shoes, socks, the whole kit and
What
caboodle.
phone? What was in your pockets?
I didn't have a phone. This was summer camp. We didn't have phones.
I don't know.
I didn't have anything
You were
in my
born in like
pockets.
2004, so I thought you probably might have
Thank
something
you so
by
much.
then.
No, we didn't have anything in our pockets. They threw
That's
me.
not bad then. You
No,
were already
no,
wearing
in-
shorts and a t-shirt and no valuable things that could get destroyed.
No. In retrospect, it wasn't that bad, but there was a disrespect to it that came with that. That it was mostly about that, and then they would.
But it was your disrespect of them telling
yeah, I
you.
deserved it.
Yeah.
And then, so I'm like pretending that the shampoo got in my eyes more than it did. What are you looking at?
Same thing you were looking at. Go ahead. Keep going.
Where is it? Do you see it?
Yeah. Keep
Where
going
is
though. It's right near the
See
elbow.
what?
Near the elbow. A little higher.
Stop. Don't do that. So I was pretending like the shampoo and stuff got in my eyes, and I was being very angsty about
Dramatic, yeah.
being very dramatic, wanting them to feel bad,
Being the victim, yeah.
being the victim once again. And they were.
You're very good at that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's because things keep happening to me.
Yeah, that I cause and create.
And I'm like, fuck, and I'm very angsty. Now there was this kid. His name was Hansel, and he was incredibly attractive.
So hot right now.
Exactly. He had this surfer guy look with the
Oh,
blonde kind of sea hair kind of thing, where it was like wavy, but whatever.
Did his sister go there too?
Gretel?
Yeah.
No, she was.
Too busy leaving breadcrumbs.
She was leaving breadcrumbs, yeah, and then the witch got her.
Yeah.
And he was just, and he was just like a cool kid, and this is how cool of a kid he was.
Uh-huh.
And he actually had fallen playing sports. So he had like a broken arm, and it was my bunk, and I'm like, and like Jacob was there, so like all my friends are like, oh shit,
You were crying?
No, I was just being like,
It burns.
and tears were coming out of my.
Even though
My
they used
eyes.
L'Oreal's No Tears shampoo.
We use L'Oreal's No Tears,
Yeah.
pussy.
He's like, shit. One thing I didn't expect.
And did you go by Pyro at this point?
No, Pyro had already been taken from me.
Oh, right. Of course.
Stripped.
Of course.
My nickname Pyro had already been stripped from me.
Even if you did have it, they put out the fire in the shower.
Right. They go, last thing they say is, fire's out, Pyro.
Yeah. Consider yourself extinguished.
Come on, boys, let's extinguish him.
Yeah.
Mm?
Then Garrett's in the back and piss on his pillow.
Yeah,
too.
if somebody piss on his pillow, for Christ's sake.
Oh, he's got a different accent now, Garrett, than he did
Somebody
before.
piss on his pillow.
Now it just turned into a hate crime. Before it was.
They're all putting shampoo. It's like that scene in 8 Mile when they're all kicking Eminem's ass, and then they get that dude who Eminem punched. They're like, they separate, and Garrett walks in and he punches me in the face.
Yeah.
They're like, get him. No. The guy's holding a gun to my fuck. No one would even miss your ass. Anywho, Jenny, the little girl. So, don't Halpert during my show. I'll Halpert to you.
Halpert away. You Halpert yourself?
Don't Halpert why I
Like you're gonna
don't Halpert
like
my
you're
Halpert.
gonna out Halpert me.
Halpert off.
Sounds great. Anyway,
He never said anything. So,
I'm saying it to you. Sounds great.
I guess okay. So yeah. So I was so my emotions
In your feelings.
and my feelings. Jacob is all there. Like all my friends are like, "Oh shit, is he okay?" And then Hansel's there, and Hansel is like, he's the only one of the older kids group that stuck around to be like, "Are you okay, man?" Like he was like, "Oh shit, dude, are you all right?" Like he was a really nice guy. I took a shampoo bottle and I fucking chucked it at Hansel, and his
You hit
his arm.
You hit his cast?
I hit his arm. I hit his broken arm. And he was like, "Pooh, ah!" He was like that. He's like, "Ah, you little shit." And then he walks over to me. I'm still in the shower. And he kicks me in the stomach. And I fell to the ground. And then he left.
Yeah, of course. Like another
No,
just
I know.
bad guy thing, dude.
I
You
know.
had one person coming to you playing. You trick someone into making you the victim, and then he showed sympathy, and you punished him for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I feel terrible about it.
I don't think you do.
I don't think you do. I think we're good. Do you want to...
Oh.
Are we good?
Let's do a couple more minutes.
Okay. cool.
Also, so many like traumatic events were happening in that bathroom. Was anyone ever just using the bathroom when this was happening? Like,
Oh, yeah. I used the bathroom one time.
So is it separated?
No, so okay, this is what a bunk looked like. It was a big it looked like a house, obviously. It has a porch. There are 2 doors that are on each side of the bunk. One would be bunk 7, the whole thing would be bunk 7. One's bunk 7A, one's bunk 7B. So these guys on the other side, which you'd get into arguments with because you'd be like, "Shut the fuck up," and whatever. they would be their own bunk. They would do their own sports and all that stuff. And then we would be our own bunk. And during like relaxed time, you can vibe with them. And I used to do a thing where I would disappear and then I'd come back with paper towels wrapped around my face with little eye holes. And I'm like, I'm Paper Towel Man. And I'd solve crimes.
And what crimes did you solve?
You know, just the crimes of people trying to enjoy their day. I go, are you enjoying your day? I'm Paper Towel Man. Here to annoy you.
Oh, you were making spills to clean them up?
I was just trying to make them laugh.
But that would be a good power of Paper Towel Man.
And then I go,
the ability to...
I can only clean this up if I reveal my secret identity.
Yeah, but I don't want my family to be in danger.
God, conflict. So anyway, and in the middle of the two bunks was the bathroom. So you can go like this into the community bathroom. In the bathroom, there were 3 showers like this. Across from the showers, 3 stalls. Door in the middle that led to the outside, you know, where I walked in and was betrayed.
Right.
And one time, so I used to hold in my poop. I ever tell you this?
In what way are you describing that?
Well,
Because you didn't want to poop in public?
No. I would hold in my poop for days because I liked the way it felt when I was holding it in. You know when you have to shit?
Just like stomach cramps and pain?
Look, man, this is going to be one of those things where if you don't know, I guess you don't know. But you know when you really have to shit? Try holding it in and see how
It hurts.
For days.
For days. Well, it would go away. And I'd be like,
you gotta remember, he's eating cheeseburgers,
I'm
no lettuce, and no water, I
Lots of
assume.
cookies.
So
I'm probably shitting right at my asshole and stocking it up. And like,
you're edging.
I'm edging with shit. Yeah.
Are you...
And sometimes it would leak out.
Really?
Yeah.
But you
I would be like,
and you didn't like...
And then not poop. And then...
You didn't have like blood on the tissue or anything from like having a poop that big that it like opens the diameter of your asshole too much? You know when you have one of those?
That didn't start happening until I was in my 30s.
Yeah.
So I had to poop after like 4 days. Really badly.
So many days, dude.
Dude, it was crazy.
And you liked it. It was the reason.
It felt good. It felt good.
Wow.
You know, Bonaparte knew that he like that shitting every day was something that should be regular, and he wasn't shitting every day. So he would go, and I forgot the river in France or whatever, but he would like literally like pull down his underwear and like just like soak his ass in this water, because he thought it would like help him go to the bathroom, and it did help him go to the bathroom, but it was because there was like an unbelievable amount of parasites that were going up his asshole, and like one of the reasons that he was like became like deathly ill at one point is he was just soaking his ass. It was just like parasites were just running right up there.
Jesus fucking Christ.
But he was pooping, but he was like, I should poop every day.
Yeah.
So
damn, dude.
Yeah. That's how he took Waterloo.
Well,
I looked over at Nicole like
at Camp Tioga, they had a lake.
I remember that from high school, from my high school principal who taught me Western Civ. He was like one of the best history teachers that I ever had, because he would tell you fun facts like that. Like a lot about Hitler, too.
Teach us talk about some other guy's asshole?
Yeah.
But you liked holding in your poop because it felt good.
Yes.
I see. You truly... I'm adding this to like, we need to have like a book that we release of things you say like this that like you could not waterboard out of me to say publicly to anyone, my close friends or online.
Yeah, you should hear the things I keep private.
Nothing.
Well,
let us know what happened with the situation.
I took the biggest shit in the world that like I finally shit and it wouldn't go down, and there was no plungers. Like you had to call this guy Wags. So Wags was he was like the COO of the camp, basically. So there was the owner of the camp, this guy Ronnie. Ronnie had a wife who was there. I forgot her name. And then under Ronnie, like his fucking Jamie Lannister was Wags. And Wags, you didn't want to piss off. If Wags came into your bunk, he would throw the keys down and make everybody scared. And he goes, "Get in a circle. You guys gotta stop acting horsing around," shit like that. And
describe him more.
Yeah, physical description, please.
He was a skinny guy. He had curly, probably in his mid 30s. He had curly brown hair, balding a little bit on top, and he had a mustache.
You know, we're looking for like skin
White.
color. Just okay.
White guy, at the Jewish summer camp, and and that's right, I said Jewish. Cancel me. So Wags came to. I guess every once in a while, Wags would have to clear a toilet
Short for
out.
Wagstein.
Wagberg.
Wagberg sucks, dude. If
Yeah,
that's your last
Wagberg.
name,
No,
if your
I-
name is
I-
like Wendell Wagsberg,
I think it
like,
was
that's
short
so-
for something. I
Judge.
Yeah.
I think it was short for something. And
Who was that comedian that had that bit that they were like, iceberg is just Jewish ice?
oh, I don't know. That's good though. That's funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, the entire everybody in the bunk came out and stared at this mega shit. And
How proud were you?
Well, not proud. I was embarrassed, and I was like waiting for them to figure out if it was me because
Uh-huh.
I just left, and they were
You
like,
tried flushing.
"Who
and
left
didn't-
this giant
Oh,
shit?"
you led the witch hunt.
Yeah, and people
Here, take this torch. Come on, guys. Let's find this guy.
No. I got so far away from it that everybody assumed it was me, and I was like, I didn't do that. And they're like, Yes, you did. Even to this day, I think Jacob will be like, You left that giant shit.
You
didn't
deny it to Jacob this day?
No, I think I told Jacob that I did now, but I think before I did that, he would still do that.
Yeah. That's so funny. And so, how pissed was Wags?
Wags was just amazed. He was like, Jesus Christ. It was a whole thing. I was in.
Did he scoop it out with his
No.
hands?
No, he had
Well, he had rubber gloves, I imagine, but
I don't know. I didn't look at it. I didn't go back to the scene of the crime.
wow.
I just went to my bunk and fucking listened to Brian
Pissed
Regan.
on fucking Garrett's pillow some more while everyone was busy in there. Well, I got some free
I
time.
diverge and like the Columbine kids lighting a park on fire with a bomb or some shit.
Limited eds.
Oh shit, we can't say that? God
You
damn.
can't say Columbine and bombs anymore.
Yeah.
That is fucked up though, I think.
What?
That you can't say Columbine or bombs.
Maybe 5 more times though.
Neck is killing
If,
me.
if it didn't pick up the first time, then
Yeah,
you know.
anyway, so the shit looked like when Randy, I mean, this is like my little kid brain, but in my head, the shit looked like when Randy.
He was like, oh,
Yeah, no, that first shit he took.
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah.
first one
The
from that
football?
episode, where it looks like a football. Yeah, that's what it looked like. I was like, it looked like a
But did
snake.
it even feel good at that point, or did it just hurt so much that you were like,
don't
it didn't
remember.
even really feel
But I
good?
do remember every time. So it would feel good coming out when I would wait the many, many days of not shitting. And then when I finally was able to do it, it would feel good. Yeah.
You're like a perfect paradigm of unhealthy. Like every decision that you make where you're like eating cheeseburgers and cookies every day, not
Yeah.
shitting, for sure not drinking water.
Well, I'm making a decision right now to not fucking kill you, bro.
You could try.
Yeah, you could take me down.
You could try.
I would get a knife. Anyway, stick around for the Patreon. We're going to smoke a blunt. Do you want to plug anything?
Oh, sure, since I'm here. MikeFeeneyComedy.com. When does this come out? In like March? April?
This is going to come out in February.
June? I have tour dates coming up.
Feb 12.
Feb
I
12.
also have tour dates. We have to remember to.
Feb 12.
Gotta
Well,
do
it's
the
not your part of the
monologue.
plug, so let me get mine out.
You don't get to talk to me
I
like
am
this.
the guest.
Not on my. No one cares about a fucking guest.
Okay, that's why you have them every week. I would like you to come out on February 22nd. That's right. You and your friends get on over to the Dojo Comedy Club in Morris Plains, New Jersey. In March, I will be at Comics Mohegan Sun. I'm also going to be in Emmaus, Pennsylvania. Ever heard of it? We've been there.
Totally.
At the end of March. And
Alone?
I'll be alone. Alone.
It's like cheating, kind of.
What are you gonna do?
It was Brendan's
It's
idea.
actually. It's
Yeah, but it
Yeah, my idea.
was Brendan's idea. But I got a bunch of dates. Boston's coming up, a bunch of other dates. MikeFeeneyComedy.com. Go to punchup.live/Mike Feeney. I've been using that a lot more, and that's great. Gets emails and all that good stuff. Mike Feeney at I am Mike Feeney on social media. You know, you don't even have to say your handle anymore. You could just be like I could just type my name into any social
Right.
media. You'll find it. You don't have to worry about @
Well,
I am.
you got to add like comedian because I'm sure there's a ton of Mike Feeneys. out
Not if
there.
you put it. If you put it in, I'm confident. If you put my name, if you type in Mike Space Feeney in Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok, I will be I got SEO priority.
Oh,
And you know what? And Google, you'll find me. I'm
yeah,
there.
Find him,
And maybe
hunt him down.
maybe you can find other fun stuff coming out from me soon. But subscribe to the YouTube, youtube.com/Mike Feeney Comedy, or just type my name in. You get it. There's going to be links in the description, right? You've already done all that, so thanks.
Relax.
This is fun.
Patreon.com/
You gotta get rid of that.
Where? What?
Oh, both. We'll talk about it in the Patreon. Go ahead.
Patreon.com/SagDaddyToPod. Join it now. We're adding a ton of fun shit. We got fun shit coming. I'm going to do some remotes. Then we'll add some of the bonus stuff from that to the Patreon. Just coming up with that right now. And other stuff. We got interviews with Katie Boyle. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's a kid. Get her! We'll see you on Wednesday. And if you're a Patreon member, we'll see you on Friday. Bye.
The rap Jack Black and Sagdaddy, I'm back at it with a fantastic podcast for your asses. Yapping in a trap like a rescue cat, and the rescued up like they're waiting on the Batman. You tuned into the dude who threw booze back, blacked out, woke up drunk, covered in bruises. It's Sagdaddy the Pod, an odd fellow, the great white chubby, I'm becoming a marshmallow. It's Sagdaddy the Pod, so sit back and relax, cause like a broken arm, I got a cast now. It's Sagdaddy the Pod, you made a good choice, so enjoy, don't be annoyed. Now here's my dumb voice, so recognizable, ski master, unreliable. Diary of a guy who's higher than a freaking diving board. I'm tired, call me biting you as lame cause you align with your wardrobe. Give that back, you ain't that guy, bro. Kaleidoscope stripping, goddamn I'm tripping. Sipping shroom tea, looking at a blank television. Got a girl here gripping, thinking we'll do some business, but that's the last thing that I want. Seriously. Big dog, I'm on shirts now. Still scared that my house is gonna burn down. I'm a rare card, an old Charizard. Getting BJ's on a bench of a promenade. Don't know what to do, I got a lot of problems. Lot of emotional truths, I menage them. I'm getting robbed every time I get a coffee. Cause $6 is just too much.
Keep it on the low. We can keep it on the low. We can keep it on the low. But all you do is wrong.
Dream team, me and Galene and the 4 Beatles. Kidnapping whores illegally, pumping them full of needles. Eating Chinese till Steven asks us to order a pizza. Want to run to get it, I can't do either. It's Sagdaddy the Pod, don't think twice, just bob your head, Dylan, your chicken with no rice. It's Sagdaddy the Pod, and on God I won't stop unless I wanna, that's kinda the deal, huh? It's Sagdaddy the Pod, no need to deviate. Your ears are not the only holes that I'm about to penetrate. It's Sagdaddy the Pod, so thanks for tuning in. Truman Show flow, if I don't see you, you can suck my dick.